Hi, my name is Ashton Sutter. I just completed my third year of teaching high school Spanish. I'm working on completing my master's degree in education from Ashland University, and I've created this website in order to share a professional development activity with other teachers. This website will focus on gamification and using it in the classroom via a new game called Gimkit. On my home screen here, you will see that I will have a link to the video that I'm recording now, so that you can go back and watch that video again. And then also I have another video I had created previously that shows a live video of Gimkit and how it's used and how to create kits and whatnot. So now that I've gone over who I am and what we're here to discuss, I'd like to look at the next tab, why use Gimkit. So right now, gamification is a buzzword being used in the educational world. Gamification basically means to introduce games into the classroom in order to increase engagement by students. So right now we have 21st century learners that are being brought up in a digital age in which they are accustomed to instant gratification. Many students are going home after school and playing video games for hours. So the question is, why not use this in our classroom in order to reach 21st century learners? We already know, those of us who have been teaching in the last few years, that students do not learn the same way we did when we were growing up. So this is a new way to help increase engagement within the classroom. So Gimkit specifically is a new educational review game that just came out within the last few months. It was actually created by a student, and teachers have used it and had great success within the classroom so far. It is similar to other educational review games such as Kahoot or Quizlet, but it has features that make it even better than either of those. The following are the unique features of Gimkit. One, it is a game based on receiving money instead of points, which creates an even more competitive environment for students. You can set parameters that within each game, such as challenges where students would have to complete certain tasks within a set time frame. Maybe that would be a monetary amount they would have to receive, or working with a team. So that adds another element to this that Kahoot and Quizlet do not have. It provides a critical thinking component by way of students having the opportunity to spend some of their money in the store or shop in order to double, triple, or increase their winnings even more. And this is a great challenge for the 21st century learners, and we'll see this here later in the video. It collects and stores data so that teachers can analyze the results of the game in order to determine the students' abilities. A report is generated for each student in the class, and we will go over that towards the end of the video. It is definitely user-friendly for both teachers and students, and it's a great learning resource that is so much fun to use. So that's why Gimkit is why I wanted to focus on that for this video. In the next 3 tabs, we're going to talk about how to create a kit, how to play a kit, and then how to analyze data from Gimkit. So let's take a look at the 3rd tab here, create a kit. So first of all, you need to sign up for Gimkit in order to use it. So you're going to go to gimkit.com and click on sign up. Then you're going to pick one of the packages to the right that they give you the option of using. So if you look here, you have a basic package, which is free, but you can only have 5 kits. Whereas you could do a Gimkit Pro for $4.99 a month, and you pay that annually, but you get a lot more benefits. You can have endless kits, you can edit as much as you want, or you can do a Gimkit on the go, which is higher than the Gimkit Pro, but you only have to pay per month, so you don't have to sign up for like a year contract. Once you've picked what package you want, you're going to create an account. So I have a screenshot here of what that will look like. You will provide the requested information. So first it starts with your name, first and last name, and then you're going to create a user login. So once you put in all the essential information, you're going to hit continue, and then you're ready to move on to the next step. In order to log into your account when you are at gimkit.com, instead of clicking the sign up button, which we just went over, you're going to click login. You're going to enter your username and password and hit login. Every time you log in, Gimkit takes you to what they call the dashboard. And here it shows you all the kits you have created on your account and whatnot. So in order to add a new kit for purposes today, you would click on this new kit button that I have circled in red. Once you click that button, it's going to ask you some information. So you'll need to name your new kit, and then you're going to decide how you're going to create your kit. So what's really nice is they have options. You can create one from scratch. You can import a game that you already have from Quizlet, which is nice. You wouldn't have to type in all the vocab words or questions that you already have in there. Or you can use a CSV file, transporting that information either from your computer or another application you've used in the past. It's very easy to use the from scratch, and so that's what we're going to use today. So once you click on from scratch, it's going to pop up questions. You're already ready to enter your questions. So you're going to type in your question right here, this first circle in red, and then you're going to type in possible answers. With Quizlet and with Kahoot, excuse me, you would put your answer in one of the 4 options, but then you'd have to select the box of which is the correct answer. The way Gimkit is set up, you always put your correct answer first, which is nice, and then throughout the game, it shuffles all of the answers, so it won't always be A, for example. And then also, you can add an image. So right here, in this option, it's kind of nice. You can add more details to add engagement to the game. You can add images from your computer, or you can pull images from online through Google. It's really easy to use. Once you have your information in, you're going to click Add Question. And you will complete doing this until you have all the questions that you want in your kit. So once you have all the questions listed in your kit, you're now ready to play kit and use it in your classroom. I mean, it's that easy. Take you a couple minutes to import the information, you're ready to go. So how do you play Gimkit? So first of all, from your dashboard, you will select which kit you want to use, and then you're going to click the play button under your newly created kit. So right here I have it circled in red. It's kind of hard to see, but it's a play button. Once you hit that play button, it's going to ask you to complete the setup. So what this is what's really cool is that you can change settings every time you use the game. So first you're going to choose how you want the game to be played, meaning if you want an individual classic game, or you can do team mode, which is kind of cool, where you could break up the students into groups, and that would add even more collaboration. You'll then decide if any of the challenges will be placed on the game, such as like a monetary value, or students must reach a time limit. So you can see here, game goal, you have a time limit, you have a target, race, all in. So all of these are different options. For purposes that I used on this particular kit, I set a time frame of 10 minutes. You can also decide on different settings, such as music being played during the game, clapping, showing leaderboards, etc. So it's really nice here. I mean, you can see all the different options, and there's actually a couple more that didn't make it into my screenshot. But you can change those, like I said, each time you play the game, which is nice. So you can add different challenges even within the same game, same set of questions. Once all of your settings have been picked, you will then click on the green continue box, which it looks like this here, and you're ready to go. Once you hit continue, the game will start. So it will instruct your students to go to gimkit.com/play, and they're going to enter a code, and that's very similar to Quizlet and Kahoot. Students can use any device. They can use phones, iPads, Chromebooks, desktop computer, any other device you may have in the classroom. And as they are adding in their information, the student names will appear. For purposes of the game I put on here, I just use student 1 and 2, and it also gives you the opportunity to kick students out. If you're like me, you may have noticed at times students like to put things on there that aren't their name, symbols, and you don't want to take away their fun, but you need to be able to see what their name is here, because this will correlate to the report you generate later. So if you don't like what you see, you can always exit that student out and they would have to re-enter. And then you're ready to go. Once all the students are in, you just click the start button. While playing the game, students will be receiving questions and they'll be answering on their devices. So it's going to look like this here. It'll have the question, and then it's going to give you the 4 multiple choice responses. Each time the student answers a question correctly, they receive money. So if you look at the screenshot here, when I answered the question correctly, I got $3. Now to move on to the next question, I would then hit continue. The results are displayed on the teacher's account, so where you set your settings before the game started. If you are using a smart board or a Cuomo board, it would show the students' results in live time so they can see what's going on. It totals the amount here, and they can see who's winning. Also on the students' boards for each question and answer up in this right-hand corner, it gives them a total. So they know how much money they're making, and they can see how that's playing out throughout the game. What I really like about Gimkit is that it reaches 21st century learners through critical thinking and creativity. Once students have answered so many questions, they can go into the shop and they can purchase different areas in order to increase their earnings. So from here, after they click shop, they'll see 4 different options: money per question, streak bonus, multiplier, and insurance. Students can buy a level with their money, and each product will increase their winnings significantly. So example would be, instead of getting $3 a question like we had earlier, the students could have selected a multiplier here, and then they could select, for example, down here level 2, and now they're going to get $10 for each question. Or, I mean, it can go up even higher than that. So it's really cool. They can use the critical thinking, like what's going to get me the most points in order to win the game, and everybody's kind of different. So I really like that aspect of the game. It also gives instant feedback. So an excellent feature of the game is that students receive feedback with each question. It'll show them if they get it right or wrong. Here in this case, I lost $15 because I answered the question wrong. But I could click here on View Correct Answer, and then it will give me instantly the correct answer below. It doesn't cost the students anything to see the correct answer, and it's a great way for them to see what they messed up on before they move on. Once they've done that, they're going to click Continue to go on to the rest of the game. Once the game has ended, teachers are able to analyze the data from Gimkit to see how the students did. So in order to analyze the results, when the game is over, there will be a screen like this. It'll show you the totals for each student, and then you can click on View Report here. Once the report is generated, it opens up into a new tab within your internet browser, and it will say results of your Gimkit and the title of your Gimkit. As you scroll down through the information, it will give you general stats telling you the final balance overall, questions answered right and wrong, and money earned. If you go further down, you're going to get an individual breakdown. So I put a screenshot here of showing you how student 1 did. It gives you their balance, how many questions they got right, how many they got wrong, the money they earned and money that they lost, and then it gives you a breakdown per question to see what they answered right, what they answered wrong, and how many dollars they got for each of those responses. It's a great reflection piece for the teachers to determine what his or her next steps are going to be in the classroom. So if they need to reteach information, this is a great way to see instantly, to get some feedback of how your students are doing. It's a great formative assessment. So I hope you enjoyed watching my video, and I hope that you get to use this in your classroom and you have success through that. So thanks for watching. Bye.